Paul from Complete Canine Solutions. During the week we got an email that asked some really good questions about dog behaviour, and in this episode we're going to answer them for you.
Hi Paul, my name's Dana. I'm just wondering if you can give me some advice about my dog sniffing lots when we walk. It's like he's obsessed, he constantly sniffs. I'm just wondering if this is normal behaviour for a dog and if there's anything I can do about it.
So that's a really good question, Dana. A lot of owners don't realise or understand just how important the smell process is with their dog. So let's go and spend a bit of time learning more about why our dog sniffs. Okay, so the first thing we need to realise is just how important the nose and smelling is to our dog. And to put it into perspective, it's very similar to our eyes in that it's the primary source or sense that the dog uses for gaining information just to understand everything that's happening around the animal. A dog's nose is truly incredible. It can sniff somewhere between 1,000 and 10,000 times better than the human nose. And this depends a lot on our breed. If we have a dog with a very short snout, something like a pug, he's going to be sniffing about 1,000 times better than a human. We have a guy like a bloodhound, who's at the other end of the scale. His ability to smell is going to be 10,000 times better than the average human. One of the truly incredible abilities of our dog's smell is that they can identify which direction the smell's coming from because each nostril is independent. So if it enters through the left-hand nostril, the smell's on their left-hand side. It really assists them in identifying the direction that's coming from. So what type of information is it that our dog actually collects while it's sniffing? Well, it can tell any animal that's been across that area recently. It can tell the direction from which that animal's come and the direction in which it's going. In regards to other dogs, it can identify individual dogs by the smell they've left behind. Whether they're male, whether they're female, whether they're in season. All this type of information is really important to the dog. And like I said earlier, it's exactly the same as our eyes. It's their primary sense for gaining all the information that's required for them to settle all their curiosities. So back to Dana's initial question about her dog sniffing. Is it normal? Yes, it is normal. It's normal dog behaviour to sniff as much as possible just so that they can become aware of their environment. Just because sniffing is a normal behaviour doesn't mean that as the owner we can't do something about modifying that behaviour or correcting that behaviour so when we walk the dog it's a lot more enjoyable. So let's see how we can achieve that. So why does our dog stop and sniff everything? The bottom line is because we let him. If we don't want our dog to sniff, what we need to do is keep the dog's head up nice and high. Don't let it near the ground where the smell has become really attractive and the dog can focus on them. Make sure we're moving at a brisk, constant pace and don't let the dog stop. If the dog stops, we need to keep moving. But the reason the dog will continually smell is because we let him. Another tip if we have a dog that has a real tendency to want to smell everything is to always walk them on a path. What we find is the concrete doesn't hold smell like lawn and mud and these other surfaces do. So by keeping the dog in the middle of the path, it won't be as distracted and it's a lot easier for you to keep control during the walk. Well, Dana, I hope this has answered your questions regarding your dog sniffing and more importantly ways in which you can correct that behaviour just to make your walking more enjoyable. If anyone else has got questions out there they'd like us to answer and address in one of our podcasts, by all means send them straight in. Until next time, we'll see you later. Won't we love you?